If you notice that events keep arriving just preloaded with villains, emotions, branding, and solutions, like the argument was decided or prepackaged before anybody noticed it, I don't think that's random.
Now, before you watch any farther, I want you to understand this is not prophecy. This is pattern recognition by somebody who studies human behavior very closely. And it's a very sober warning about the road we're traveling down as a society. Now, he calls out some powerful projections, but it is up to you whether they shape your life or not. Let's take a look at one of them.
So, number three, the loneliness epidemic is going to accelerate. It's going to be very quiet, and most people assume loneliness comes from isolation, and that's not quite right. Loneliness comes from friction. Human interaction carries more friction than it used to. Every conversation feels a lot heavier. And politics are leaking into everything. One wrong sentence can turn just a normal conversation between people into a big problem. And you're going to see this show up everywhere. There's going to be fewer close friendships. There's going to be more surface level only interaction.
Now, pause and ask yourself, how am I interacting with this slow deterioration he's talking about? There are 340 million people in the country, 8 billion people in the world. It is insane to think that everyone is going to agree with you.
Loneliness doesn't just make people sad, it makes us hyper suggestible. So loneliness is not some side effect of what's coming. It is one of the conditions that allows everything else to work.
Now, when he says everything else, he's referring to the slow dissolve of society and all the other phenomenons he talks about in this video of his.
So something's going to happen that makes isolation feel like a sensible option. And I don't think it's going to be mandatory or enforced. I just think that's going to be reasonable. Most people are not going to feel pushed into isolation. They're going to feel relieved by this. A lot of people are already tired of navigating other people. So when distance is presented as a virtue, it's going to feel like permission to do what you wanted to do anyway.
All right, I'll stop here, but I want to know what you think. Comment below and then go and watch the rest of this video. I'll put a link in the comments. And again, these aren't just predictions. They're informed observations rooted in something I like to call discernment. Now listen, it is up to you on how you participate with everything going on in the world, but take heart. And I want to leave you with this verse from Romans 12:2, which says, "Do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Grace and peace.